They're called riparian buffers, the zone of vegetation along streams and rivers that helps keep the water ecosystem healthy.
And what that does is it protects anytime there's a heavy rainfall, it's slowing down that runoff, so it's mitigating against floods. Those plants and trees are also soaking up and in a way acting as a filter, so they're catching pollutants before they reach the stream. They're also creating shade, of course, so the larger story, the trees and the larger shrubs are creating a nice shaded environment for the stream. That's keeping the water temperature down. And of course, a lot of our fish and macroinvertebrate communities living within the stream, they need a lower temperature in order to thrive and survive. So it's incredibly important to have that riparian buffer in place.
Along the North Fork of the Blackwater in Tucker County, the watershed group Friends of Blackwater are working to restore the riparian buffer zone there. And while it looks pretty green now, not all plants are created equal.
Some, like invasive species, which we have a lot around here, they will suffocate a lot of the native plants and take over a big area in a little bit of time. So our Friends of Blackwater's goal is actually to remove a lot of invasive species plants and replace them with native plants in their spot. So that's where the botany project comes into play.
Friends of Blackwater is working with the Forest Service as part of a 5-year project to remove invasive species from the Blackwater Canyon Rail Trail in Thomas.
We have some multiflora rose here, and then we have autumn olive, which is a shrub, but it can become like a tree, so they could get pretty big. And then we have Japanese spirea, which is actually in bloom right now. It gets a flat purple flower on top of it, and it gets pretty long. And then we also have honeysuckle, which is invasive too. It's also like a shrub, so they can get pretty big. But there's a bunch of other like little stuff like garlic mustard. That's pretty bad. They grow in clumps, but they're pretty easy to pull out. So
those invasive species are replaced with natives, which provide a better habitat.
We have American sycamore and ninebark, which we have a lot of that we've planted through here. We have winterberry holly, and we've tried St. John's wort, which I think in this area it has taken off pretty good. Then we planted some cinnamon ferns actually up a little bit. Those we just planted in May, so they still have to establish, but next year we'll see if they've definitely taken off.
The DEP offers a variety of programs to help citizens, organizations, and other entities help monitor and protect their local streams.
We have our Save Our Streams program for watershed groups that are interested in monitoring their stream, and particularly as they get trained in monitoring, if they're noticing excess sediment, excess temperature, or just excess pollutants in general, they might take a look within their watershed and within their stream reach to see if the riparian buffer is intact. And that is one way that they can help improve water quality if needed. If there's areas that don't have that buffer, they can do planting. So they can plant tree species that are good for that type of habitat and rebuild that buffer. And we do have a Stream Partners program also within the DEP's Watershed Improvement Branch that provides a small grant money up to $5,000, and that funding can be used to purchase plants and rehabilitate those riparian buffers.
The deadline to apply for those Stream Partners grants is September 15th. You can find out more information on the program by visiting our website, dep.wv.gov, and typing Save Our Streams into the search box. And to find out more about Friends of Blackwater and volunteer opportunities within the watershed, visit their website, saveblackwater.org. In Tucker County, I'm Mike Huff for Environment Matters. Thanks for watching.